Hello guys, welcome to another episode of NoWrongConvos. I'm here with the gang and we have an interesting topic to chop up. You know, I'm here with Shodee.
What's
The
up?
man himself. OG Strings.
You get me, yeah?
You know, the man with all the strings.
Mm.
And then Femi 1D.
What's up, guys?
You know, he has only one D.
I'm chilling. I'm
Just
chilling.
one.
No F1D. That's it. It's just F1. There's not only one D.
Okay, so today we have I don't know what kind of topic. We have a topic, Sha. You know, monogamy versus polygamy. You know, which is best. You know, is which is best, which is which is natural, which is the way to go. Is a man that made us come here? Is it, you know? Anyway, OG, you start as the single guy.
I think maybe you should define it first.
No worry, let's go
What
there,
the monogamy and
Both,
monogamy,
yes. Define
yes.
both. Yes.
wow, I do my
Just
listeners.
define
Okay. Monogamy, right?
Mhm.
Is person will marry one man, one wife,
man.
right? And then polygamy is one man, many wives.
Okay.
Finish.
Okay.
Okay. So I mean, there are two sides to it now. Because I mean, you know, you said what did you say? Natural, right? But still, from time they've always been guys that have had more than one wives. You know, the great kings and so you know those. So I think way me I'll bring in my own
Perspective.
perspective.
Watch your mind.
Is sorry, Jai. It feels anyway. So say it gets.
The strings.
So you know, are you are you guys pro mono or pono?
We asked you first.
They're asking you.
No, I mean different now because I'm married. But generally, like I said,
Because you're married.
I'm not.
Shodee.
Sorry, because you know laugh now that one I pay me pass because you know laugh. I waiting pay me pass. Yeah, but I mean the thing is I'm indifferent really, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever.
So you would like to marry more than one woman? Yes.
One woman is already more than enough.
Like is enough?
One woman is
Is
more
enough
than
what?
enough to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
to say I want to now get another woman. But at the end of the day, the way this world be now, once you soft, pockets deep.
See our guy now.
You understand?
Our guy now. Our Oni. What's his name?
Son.
That guy had one wife for
That guy.
almost like
They marry like every 6 months.
he had one wife for most of his like his life. And you think about it, I just wonder, like his wife, I don't even know, is he still married to that his first wife that he had? But I don't even know. That woman, when she married this guy, she just saw this guy and a property developer. He seems to be, you know, his connected guy. I don't think in her mind she will ever think her husband at some point in time will just decide, well, I don't know whether he's he's on his 8th wife now, Abi. How many?
Count.
Well, I
like
mean, that comes with the tradition and all of that. Is the
Exactly.
honor of affairs. So he's never meant to be part of the equation because as a king, you know, you are meant to multiply, you know, go forth and, you know, have a large kingdom, a large family. That's always been the tradition, right? So he is, I wouldn't even count him as part of, okay.
No, but maybe doesn't even say that from the woman's perspective. Say this man that she married, that she thought was on a monogamous P, that the two of them you get, and then all of a sudden now 10 years or 15 years into the marriage, Baba does chop Oni, and
Is it Oni now? This guy in Lagos. What's his name?
What guy in Lagos?
The guy in Lagos.
Elegushi.
Yeah, there's an Oba, one young guy that just became in Lagos. It's not in Oni. It's not in Ife. What's his name? Oba Elegushi. I mean.
Yeah, that's about. The thing is, as far as you're an
Make
Oba,
they call
right? As far as you're a
talk.
king, right? You can marry as many wives as you
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Same thing with if you look at it religion wise, right? If you're a Muslim, you're allowed to marry up to 4 wives, right? So you first of all,
you can love them equally.
pretty much, right? But now that's the thing. So it all depends on, okay, first of all, what do you believe in, right? does your religion allow for it? As an African man, naturally, right? If you want to go by being proper African man, yes, you can have multiple wives as long as you love them and you can take care of them, right? Yes, there are a lot of people who probably don't have that much money that have multiple wives as well. Do you understand? But because that's what they believe in. But I just feel like if you are wealthy enough and then your religion or your beliefs, allow you to marry more than one wife, and you have that conversation with whoever you marry first, that come on, me, I'm going to be a polygamous person. Do you understand? As opposed to your wife just sleeps and wakes up, and then 3 years after she finds out that you have another family with 2 kids somewhere else. That is where that is one that I don't like. But if you have a conversation with your wife and then she knows that I'm gonna have 2, 3 wives or 4 wives, fine, all well and good.
At what point do you have this conversation?
So this has to be before.
And I want to know
This
exactly.
has to be before the marriage.
Yeah. So
and the woman will agree.
If I was Muslim, right? If I was Muslim and I was allowed to marry 4 wives, I'm pretty sure that.
And you're getting married to a Muslim.
Exactly. Even if I was getting married to a Christian,
she
right? Because she needs to know. There's some conversations you have to have. It's the same way you have the same conversation that how many kids do I want to have? Right? Some people get married to other wives because maybe they've had 3 daughters by the first wife. You understand? There's pressure coming from the family saying, African mentality. It's the woman's fault. Marry another woman. Let's see whether that one will give you a son and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are different things that you have to look at. But that conversation, if it's just because you want to marry another wife, right? I feel you need to have that conversation with your wife so she knows. So she would even willingly be like, okay, marry this one, no, don't marry this one, and all of that.
I saw this on social media where this woman was looking for a wife for her
husband.
And I think she's Arab or something.
She was looking for a wife
for her husband.
She's Arab, right? She's not Nigerian.
Second wife.
Yes. So second or third. I'm not even sure, but it was definitely another wife. So she went through the application. She put it out there. She said the things that what were important, and blah 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 blah, and then she went through it. So she was the first stage vetting process before.
Yeah, she did it.
I don't know. I know. What got me interested was what I saw was when she was replying somebody on why it was important for her, on why it was important for her to get concerns and everything, because she wanted somebody that was of a certain this before she presents it to her husband and say, look, see candidates. You now can pick from
one.
here. So she was the first vetting so that it works, and it was interesting, first of all, because I hadn't seen she sounded very educated.
Yeah.
She sounded very very logical. So I hadn't seen anything like that before, Was it boredom?
No.
Well, she needs somebody else like a toy.
No, I don't think it's boredom. I think she does realize that religion comes first. Religion comes first. I don't think it's boredom.
It comes first. Obviously.
Yeah. So if so she's the husband is Arab, most definitely.
And no, so we know. So this is the thing. Religion, we know it's allowed. Well, the truth about it is that there are loads of people, that are a lot of Muslims. I mean, we know a lot of Muslims that are not going to marry second wives. Their wives would beat them, will carry cane and flog them when they even think about it. So we know that is clear. There's
So I have
that.
a question.
So it's not
Like,
just
when you're
about
done.
the religion.
So, okay. Except what I want to redefine monogamy and polygamy right now, right? You said monogamy, when a guy marries, right? Marries. So the guy is married and is sticking to one wife, right?
Keyword.
Sticking to one wife. Then the polygamous man, married to many wives, yeah. So, working with that, ideology, right? How I don't see how the monogamous men are really not polygamous guys. I don't know what I get.
Yeah, shaking tables.
So
I don't know. I don't know. You mean start again.
Because
Motherfucker wants to shake
for me it's
tables.
like potato.
Okay, so let
the
me
monogamous men are married to one wife, right?
By law.
By law, yes. Then the polygamous men are married to more than one, so they are generally sleeping, right?
Okay, so let's
with more than one woman. So, but the average monogamous guy, right, is out there being polygamous.
Where are your stats?
I don't understand.
Where's your proof? Where's your proof? Do you own an hotel?
Just going out.
Just going out.
Okay,
I was
so
at some hotel over the weekend.
Are you hanging out with people that bust into
Most
hotel
of my
rooms?
friends are married. Most of my friends are
So
married.
let me even ask this question: Is it better? What's your mic when you're talking? Is it better? Is it better to be polygamous, right, or be monogamous? What's the word?
And stick to your one woman.
Monogamous and still be a Shino Peters.
Yes.
Okay.
So will it be rather? So I mean, yes. Which do you think is better?
Polygamist.
Yes. I'll say it out.
A
closeted polygamist.
Wait. But I need you to understand something.
Yes.
Now, in terms of the guys that are monogamous,
Right.
now, it's one thing when this guy has a side chick somewhere where he has got an apartment for her, he's giving her salary every month and all of that, as opposed to the ones that every other week they're with a different babe.
So which is better?
To be honest, if I were to pick, I would pick the guy that is with a different babe because you are emotionally vested
in the one that you're putting in
you put in an apartment and all of that.
Yes,
she
exactly.
pretty much has as much rights as your wife because that's how much you've elevated her.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? There was this gist that I heard one time where some guy who was married and had a side chick and it was his mom's burial, right? And the side chick was the one, doing the food and all of that and everything. And most of his guys knew, and it was just very
awkward,
very awkward, right? And the wife too was just looking like, what's going on here? Did you get what I mean? But obviously, the side chick knew all about the wife and all of that, but
the wife didn't know about the side chick.
You understand, and that's because the man had empowered her to.
I've been to a burial like that. This one was the guy's grandmother, right? Ice burial. And now the weird thing about it was that they didn't live in Lagos. They lived in Abuja. The side chick lived in both places. So the side chick was in control because she was jigging at the Lagos connection, right? Meanwhile, the main chick, right, now couldn't make it for the burial, right? Because of one thing or another. So when people there, right, assume the people that were not sure, assume that was his wife.
So she went Captain Amber on that day.
I think
Skipper.
I'm getting you. I want to ask a very silly question. So, polygamous men, do you guys think that they have like threesomes with their wives?
That's a very interesting question.
Because I know that, I mean, from the little that I know that, each wife has their own day. You understand? And all of that. But I've never actually ever heard like gist of, first wife and third wife, Friday night.
Friday. See that guy? See what you said? That would be
because
sick.
Even when you watch like movies and all of that, like even like with kings and all of that, it's always the concubines that they're like 3-4 of them. You understand where they're, but you never see like two wives.
What about that guy?
I've even seen random videos online where one guy was married to 3 wives and they were all friends. What are you thinking of?
There's one. Have you not seen the one that the woman is married to 2 men?
Don't worry.
Yeah. I saw that one.
To
and then she brought another guy as a boyfriend or something like that. I think in America or something like
Yeah, she's married.
A woman is married to
two men, and then she now has a boyfriend.
You see that scenario? Let me ask you, Ogieva. How you go feel? Say say one guy somewhere apart from you, they oil your girlfriend apart from you. Not to talk of marrying you and marrying that guy.
Wait. This is your question now.
We do the question.
Seems a lot like a bit off. While with monogamy versus
No, hold on. I don't switch.
No.
Because I thought
That's too far off. It's too far off. What What the hell?
What are they fear
Oiling.
now?
That was a total.
This guy trying
So-
to pick a
No,
fight.
but not true. No. Let's cut this thing,
Why
because
don't
there
you
are
wanna
two
answer
sides.
the
There are two sides to this topic.
No. But the
As
first,
much
no, but
as
the first question,
monogamy
no, but the
versus
first
polygamy.
question is: we're in Nigeria, right? We're in
Exactly.
Africa.
Yeah, this
Are
thing-
African women allowed to marry more than one man?
No,
No,
my own
I
is
think
this,
it's some.
I don't know.
Some
I
another
don't know
country.
if
It's better
100%,
Kenya
but a
or
lot
something.
of
There's one
places in
country.
Africa, no way. Because, but I know in Ghana, right? The guy takes the woman's name,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I mean, I don't know how their traditions are there, but you know, the fact that the guy is taking the woman's name, there might be some possibility.
My own is
In
I
some
want to.
areas, she
I
can
want
marry
to.
more than one guy, right? I don't know. I guess
No,
the way it applies, but I mean,
I don't think so in Africa. In America, it's possible,
yeah.
but
In America, anything is
in
possible.
in Africa, I don't think it is, right? So obviously, it is not a level playing field, right?
This is why I even look about it. First of all, right, the law doesn't allow you to marry two legally.
Yeah,
So you can only marry one legal wife,
True.
according to the constitution.
Except it's a Sharia law where you are staying. Right?
That's no. So that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the law of the land. That Sharia law is not federal government law. We're talking about Africa. or any
yeah.
other
Even if you
place.
marry Sharia law and then
So-
you go and marry one of your wives in court,
That's the only
right.
wife you have.
that's the only wife that is recognized.
So
Mm.
So that's you can only marry one wife, right? Now, the truth about it, the rest is traditional marriage and all these kind of things that really the how do I put it? So to me, in Africa, marrying a second wife is almost like I don't get money, so I am legitimizing my side chick.
Mm.
That's the way I see it. Because you're married to this one person, and that's the one person you're married to, right? Really. Then the remaining, right? So, for instance, my dad did also.
So what about those guys that get married to girls that you know they already maybe like mainly they've given birth to the girl self. They've also like, okay, this is this person's husband. She's just there till when she's 18 or when she's of age.
But that's not
And they
traditional.
married to the guy. That's
No, so that one is still it's still the same way. It's not still not
Go
legal.
and enter my house and become
It's still
my
not
wife.
it's still not illegal
legal.
marriage.
okay.
Do you get?
So those type of marriages, right? Arranged marriages, right, are pretty much I'll use the word political, right? Saying, okay, you know what, let's tie this family with this family and all of that. So like, okay, you know what, my child will get married to this person's child, all of that. And in some cases, it's always, oh, this man is a very rich man, we want to be a part of this family and all of that. Or they've done some deal, whatever the case is. But that's usually predominant in the north, right? But more exposed polygamous men, you know, they marry for different reasons, right? If you say, okay, first wife get breast, no getting ash. Second wife getting ash. Third wife, nah, oloimbo. Do you understand what I mean? So the thing is this, I just feel that it's a status, it's a status symbol. Like you need to have a certain type of money, right?
See, I even think it's just the money, and I really think, well, for some people, you know, but in present day, right, you, like you said, you get a certain kind of money, right, and that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
right, and you have the certain kind of money, and that the woman self no go complain.
Yeah, but my issue is this. There are a lot of, I mean, I know carpenters, plumbers that have 2 wives and like 8 kids.
It's the money. That my point is this,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but those carpenter now,
Yeah.
the money, the threshold for that's why I was going to talk. So the threshold for each one of us is different,
Yeah.
right? It's very different. So if that carpenter now, right, is able to afford a 3-bedroom, right, as far as it's concerned now, there's space for his second wife.
But they know they 3-bedroom. Then
just saying.
they room and parlor now cutting and they use them
I'm just saying in threshold because they'll have to be threshold to put 2 wives, right? You put two wives inside one room, right? All of them are going to explode for them.
Yeah.
Do you get? You will fight and kill yourselves there. If 2 women plus you are in one room with all, you all die. So my point is, you would have to get a certain threshold to say, okay, I don't make a certain money, so I have to do parlor. So maybe in one room I can't get room and parlor. So I don't get that money now, so I can marry a second wife. My one is that it's a to me, there's a certain threshold in which you have to have, and finances come into it. I was privileged to help translate when my dad did the autobiography for one of the Hebrews, right? And what struck me was all of them all of them had many wives. All of them had most of them, let me put it this way, had,
Divorced, current wife, ex-wife,
like,
new wife.
bruh, they were just bringing it in. When I was writing this guy's autobiography, it didn't seem real. Like, he was saying, my third wife, this one came in, and this one had 3 at this time, divorced that one. And I thought about it, that you have to have a certain kind of money
So
for you
status,
to do
right?
that.
Status.
Right, money and status. Yeah. So at that point in time, people are, if Dangote comes and meets you and say, I want you to be my second wife, all these girls that
Problem
are
no
saying,
good, you know.
oh my God, I want to be a first wife, would say differently.
You as a man.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's understand. If it comes to me, you as a man.
Yes.
I'm OG Dangote.
Black say they crazy. You don't see our refinery.
G-string.
You don't see our refinery. Oh, boy, they hold me. They hold me.
String stands for G-strings.
I go there in love.
In love.
Don't worry. But yes, the tradition. It's not good or bad. You can't say it's good. Monogamy is good. Polygamy is bad because it's a way of life, really, right? But how, as a guy, how do you actually manage, right, living with one wife and living with more than one wife? Because, dude, I'm not married yet. You understand? Shout out to women. But dealing with one woman can be enough, right? Enough for you to even run you mad in some cases, right? Then to think that you're not going to bring in another woman into that house, whereby that woman can actually even turn out to be jealous. Maybe she's hiding it. So there's a lot of conflict. The kids, do you understand? It's my child that must have this one. Oh, do you understand? I know saying that money. You understand? Money is it here, but how do you feel? So, do you understand? As a man,
for me,
manage
right,
from either side.
So for me, right, I'll put it this way, and it still goes back to money, right?
Yeah.
If you are a very, very wealthy man, right? Like Scarface said, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. Mm-hmm. If you're a very wealthy man, right? I can't think of too many polygamous men that their wives are actually like, full working class and all of that. Do you understand what I mean? Well-to-do and all of that. They're usually just housewives. All they do is worship their husbands. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if the man says, sit down there, they will sit. Do you understand? Says, okay, do you get what I'm saying? So it's much easier to control, even though maybe when he's not around, the wives are fighting and all of that, which is the downside to monogamy. Especially when something happens
Polygamy.
and maybe to polygamy, sorry. And maybe the man passes on and all of that. The kids start fighting, the wives start fighting and all of that. It becomes a house of commotion and everything, which is where some people would say, being monogamous is better because your affairs are in order and all of that, right? But if you look at it from the flip side, the man is just trying to enjoy his life. Like I said, there's always something different about the different wife. Like you hardly ever see a polygamous man marry almost the same type of wife.
Yeah.
Right? It's either one is light-skinned, one is dark-skinned, one is plump.
One is
You
educated,
guys remember
one is
Fuji's
not
House of
educated.
Commotion?
Yeah, that
Remember
comedy
you said
series.
it as you were talking about it there, and like you said, they all had different. One was Igbo, one was Yoruba. Then that last one was catering practical that did all the.
Ireti.
Ireti came after.
Ireti was the
Ireti
last
was the last one.
Was
Was the
Ireti,
baby.
Ireti Kechi.
Then Peaceful Peace.
Doyle, sorry.
Yeah, Peaceful Peace was the second one, the
Second
hot
one.
fire.
Yeah.
So like you said, it is the variety. Somebody has come. Like you said, you just have to have a certain kind of money. So maybe all of us here we're all monogamous because we are not rich enough.
Yes.
That one day.
Yes.
one day.
If
Another
you are
reason.
soft, well,
Another reason could be that you're following in your father's footsteps. Another reason could be that because your father didn't.
Maybe
do
he
it,
wasn't rich enough
why
as well.
would I do it? No. I'm just saying. It's a reason, but he enter.
yeah, but
Wait, but let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. So, if your father passes, right, and then
Sorry, you
On the
mean,
day of-
which person father?
If he
I'm
said
just saying,
if,
I'm just saying,
So
I'm just saying,
hypothetically.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's say if Mr. Johnson's father passes, right?
Mr. Johnson was sorry.
And then, and then on the day of the burial, or maybe after I pass, all preparations are going on. Like 6-7 kids from 4 different women just pull out from nowhere. Now he wasn't married to them, but he had kids with these other women. Would you term that as a polygamous man?
Yes.
He wasn't married to their mothers, but he gave them pennies.
Penis.
And paid their school fees.
Do you understand?
Probably didn't.
No. He most likely did.
Let's assume he paid his school fees, and the reason why I
Yeah.
said this thing
I
because
will-
the truth is,
yes,
even
I
if
will.
Polygamous now.
Yes.
I
Polygamous.
will,
Polygamous.
because
yes.
at the
More
final
than one
thing,
mother of his child or something, you know.
so me, I agree with this thing that I mean, really, it's just a second wife. That if you have money, just legitimizing your side chick. That's what it is to me. Because,
That's one reason.
So
That's
there are
one
some
thing.
men there, right, that are polygamous,
By nature,
right? By nature, they can't help it, right? However, they know that the wife they married, their first wife, their wife that they legally married, would maybe take them to the cleaners, maybe finish them, whatever, right? If they were to bring a second wife in.
Yeah.
So they are undercover polygamous.
Okay.
Closeted polygamy.
Now, the truth about it is, and like, I mean, I'm going to say this to everyone out there. I mean, we all know that, I mean, lying in a relationship is fucked, right? But that guy is a natural. See, me and my wife always have this argument on whether it is natural for men to be faithful, whether it's natural for men
Shout out
to
to
be.
Mr. Innocent.
Shout out to Mr. Innocent. in
Shout out,
Libya, by the
shout
way.
out, shout out.
Bledge.
Man, you are
Oh, boy.
innocent.
That guy
You
break-
are innocent.
That guy break table.
That table.
I got shit.
That table shot.
You know what's so funny about that thing? I see people shouting and making noise about it, abusing.
The guy was saying the
Annie.
truth, man.
He was actually saying the truth. And the thing about the truth is because people say, okay, I know, how can you have two minds? Do you get? How can how can your penis be controlling you? Right? Now, the truth is, I mean, if you are going to be monogamous, it takes a lot of self-control.
Yeah.
Right, because many times your penis is going to try and control you, right? And
The
many times they're
temptation.
going to-
There are some girls that even
so the
want
truth
to-
is there is another mind, right, that can control. And it's not just man, right? It's man and women. We are more emotional.
Stay in your house. Once you go out, stay in your house.
So let's even look at
Because the BBL in this Lagos.
Ah.
Oh, Ming Jesus.
it. Guy.
Voila.
Voila. Okay, so it brings a question. I call what Femi said and what you said. Yeah, it still brings me to this question, right? Okay, you see, there are some guys that got into marriage, right? With a monogamous mindset, but along the line, dude had to just marry another wife. Yeah, for what did you say? What word did you use?
Barrenness.
For barren, it could be for
Boredom.
barrenness. For anything really.
You go for
Sanity-
boredom.
sanity-
Baba, you don't
It
get
could
computer
be.
Well,
game.
do you understand?
Now, boredom, you go find another
Yeah,
wife.
so-
I need you to stress
I
this.
swear, as in something,
Sorry, bro.
Call
Sorry,
of
bro.
Duty.
I need you to stress this because, for example, if the first wife does not do anything,
Yes.
she's bored, she needs a partner. That's one, and the husband noticed, so it's kind of helping.
Which partner? You know
Can't
the
he be
sister.
the- When shouldn't he be the
Can't
one
she
that-
praise God?
Can I? Can I? So let me finish. So we're talking about barrenness, and again we're talking about if the first wife, wala, then you need a second wife
Let
to
me
tame
give you-
No,
down.
he does not need a second
don't need a
wife.
second wife.
See,
What do you
the
need?
world
You need
that's
a girlfriend
involved.
outside?
Let him just go to the spa. Let them give him happy ending, and then he'll go home and sleep.
No,
So,
but it might,
okay,
But he will come
what
back
if
to
it's
the same wife.
You don't see that video we post for IG where that guy they press. That,
No,
did you
maybe
see how
they
he
press
said-
man like that.
with
now.
oil.
I got 0.36 seconds. The baby.
No, but
You
we're
see him outside.
talking about the man now.
Oh my God.
You said that okay, the woman is stressing him too much and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Let him go out. Ease stress. Do you
Which
understand what
one?
I'm saying?
Doing what? Doing
If you
what?
want something done, get a professional to do it.
But isn't that
You don't necessarily have to have sex. Do you understand? Let them just.
That's still cheating. Still.
How is it
I
cheating?
don't think they're going to say,
Even if you don't cheat,
yeah, I
after
just
some time,
allow my
you will
masses
tire
to
you.
jack me off.
So having another woman in the house where they are both fighting, threatening to break each other's heads. When I'm trying to watch a Man U game,
Do
that
you
is so
excuse
much
me?
stress
Do you
already.
know the feeling?
Wait.
Do you know the
Wait. Jumping off what you said earlier on, Shodee, yeah, you were like, most of the, the guys, polygamous families you've seen here, maybe growing up or whatever it is here, the guys are, most of the time, the guys are rich and the women are, more housewives, right? Domesticated, right? Okay, so are we saying, okay, so also an observation of mine in some cases, right, like with some very close friends, right? The women, right, actually found it difficult to actually leave. They were very sad in their marriages, yeah? They found it difficult to actually leave because they couldn't afford to, in the sense that, they've been in this marriage for so long. There's basically no investment as much. They don't really have money. The husband has just been taking care of them. Do you understand? And I see, the way I see it, yeah, I'm like we said earlier on, yeah. I mean, you have to have money. If you don't have money, then I just feel it's unfair. Do you understand? Because there are also a lot of women that are caught up in marriages that they don't even want to be in anymore.
Then put gun for their head.
No, dude, trust me, man. Your kids.
Then put gun for their head.
No, it doesn't work that
I'm
way.
even saying. So this is what I'm
Okay,
doing.
wait. No, if a woman that has been living with chairman since, that hasn't been doing anything. If she needs money, it's chairman that will give her. If she wants to start business, open shop, whatever.
There are consequences for your actions.
No, her kids, right? Her kids, right?
Are we still on this
If
topic
the husband
conversation?
says she should leave now, right? How is she going to live with her kids? She can't live with her kids because she can't afford to take care of them.
So the thing,
what are we talking about now? We're talking about polygamy now.
Polygamy.
So the
Polygamy
thing,
on the side of polygamy.
So the
now.
thing is this, right? I don't know how many, if there are actually polygamous families that are not Muslims, right? I don't know what I don't really know.
They are.
I don't really know, but that's why I said at the beginning that it is based on understanding, knowing the type of man you're settling down with, right? If you know from the onset that this chairman, he's definitely going to have more than one wife, right? He's the person that if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. Once you lay your bed, you lie on it. Now, going off what you said, right? This woman most likely come from families whereby it would be a shame for you to go back to your house and say, "Oh, you are living your marriage." Say, "No, do you understand what I mean?" Mm-hmm. Their parents and all of that are already their enemies. Saying, "Where are you going to?" They have kids that they have to take care of. Where do they start from? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Where do you want to start from? You want to leave your husband where you have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. School fees. You don't have any trade. You don't have any this.
But that's the question really they used to ask him back in the day. They'll be like, did he beat you? Did he pay rent? Is it feeding? Is he taking care of your kids? Then they say,
let me tell you. Let me give you a story.
They tell you don't leave him.
Let me tell you stories my mom said to me. So I was watching this Nigerian movie with her. And the normal pretext of Nigerian movie, this woman has suffered with this guy, all that kind of thing. And the guy hammers. Then he now brings in this guy, always at night. He now brings in this babe.
Chingere!
And as he brought the babe, now she's now angry. She now carries wrapper at night, pack her load on her head with her 2 children, and was packing. My mother just hissed. Like, you could see the child, they're leaving the house. My mother just hissed. Like, what not? I said, are you not for women? He said, what nonsense? I said, but the man he said, say me. Say, I've suffered with this idiot. He have gone and then when he don't hammer, right, he can bring second wife. At that point in time, I've stopped managing.
Simple.
Yes.
Say, if you have reached enough to bring a second woman in, then you are doing okay. So first of all that running and cooking at night and all those kind of things. We don't get somebody now. We don't get a younger wife, right? And saying that other one of and it blew my mind. But she said, "Look, I'm not going to come and where I don't invest in this guy, right? He now decides to go funny. Then I will now come and suffer for
because of punishment.
Because of Baba.
Something we don't dey do since.
Hey, you don't drive me.
Baba we don't dey blow since.
Do you understand? You know they do this nonsense. He can't come bring and come house. Me, I can't carry my load for night. My mother said, "God nonsense." Say at that time, say other one way. I will tell her and say, okay, this is money for. I will manage it. Let me try and make it work. There's no more managing. No, you're a big man. Oga, this is how much I need. Pay.
You don't.
You don't start.
But let's look at
new glorified house girl.
I swear.
But let's look at the pros and cons, right, of being monogamous and being polygamous, right? So the pros basically of being
Monogamy. Let's do monogamy first.
Okay, so you have one woman, you spend less, right?
Less stress.
Less stress. Relative. That's relative.
Abi.
Don't say that.
What else is there? What else is an advantage of being in a monogamous marriage?
Fewer school fees.
No, we don't mean say.
Baba.
Some
You
people
never
say
see
fun,
some chair where we say they go load one wife, 7 kids. Bro, bro, there's this thing that always stays in my head, right? If I'm going to the supermarket, right, and I'll just see, this Lexus way, I like hatchback like this. It's not too big. RX something.
Yeah.
But I just see yellow woman. You can just come down, just open that back door like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them now.
Same height.
You understand? They be like staircase.
Progression.
You understand? They be like staircase. One is 4. See, like their age show they pass 1 year. And I'm like, how did they do it?
Fire.
Like they could just load you. Sharp. You understand? So don't doubt that matter.
Okay, so
you
I guess
understand?
the pros. Okay, so pros are one.
But let me ask something, right? The Eastern, I don't know too many Easterners that are polygamous.
Ned Woku.
You let Doche.
Ned.
You let Doche, right? That Peter Doche's son.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough, Sha. Fair
But
enough.
that one.
Fair enough. Because like for me, I feel like Eastern men, like they always have like
wives.
the trophy wife, like the one where they take everywhere
So
and
this
all of
is the
that.
thing,
Yellow.
I think that a lot to do with. I think it has a lot to do, as like I said, with religion. So a lot of those men, like you said, would have one trophy wife, but still have,
Peons.
peon. Now Ned Woku, I don't know if I pronounced it properly.
Ned.
Ned.
Senior Ned.
Ned is a Muslim Igbo.
Okay, now that explains it.
So yeah, it's fine for him and to do what it is. So me, I look at it that religion has to do with it. So I want to ask something, and we kind of related on it before. One of, to me, the pros of polygamy, right, is sincerity. Now, there's something about it that some men, right, and let's call it spade a spade. I had a conversation with one guy, and I knew that, look, see, from this man's wife must have known when she married this guy that this guy can't be with one. Like, he's constantly, like, I'd only been with him for how long, right? His phone was ringing. He was talking about 3-4 girls, and how many of them he had just met. You know that there are some people, like, it's them. They can't, woman are their food. It's a constant thing. Now, those kind of people, right? Do you get? It's better for them to, because to be honest with themselves.
Yeah, but it's one thing to be fornicating or to be having sex with a woman and all that. It's another thing to be married. To that person, right? For you to bring someone to the house and say, "Oh, come and be living with my kids."
There has to be compromise.
Come and have kids for me as well.
But
like
my point is that a lot of
there's
these
a
people,
level of emotional attachment to it, right? And that's why I feel like women get hurt, which is why when they don't know and then you just bring it like that movie, which is what would have triggered her to just carry her bags and just vamoose. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because for you to just wake up one morning and not tell her and just bring her, where did this one come from?
like, what the fuck?
You get what I'm saying?
How do you even have that discussion, man? Like,
No, which is why I said that
on.
kind of discussion you have to have had it before you get married. She knows, okay, you are a Muslim, my religion allows me. I feel if he touch my head, do you understand what I'm saying? That's it. Some people have their wives will tell them, see, go out or do whatever you want to do, but I beg you, do not bring any bastard to this house. That's what they will tell you. Facts. They will do whatever you want to do. Go out, have fun, go out with your boys, blah 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 blah. Don't bring another woman to this house. Don't bring a child to this house. Do you understand? That's the understanding.
You need to
Femi, one day, I've been very quiet in this episode.
Oh, he's taking it in.
Femi, are you a closeted polygamist?
Femi, no
one. One in the away, one international, one local, one continental.
On D.
If they leave me,
So what do you think about the dick and head thing? Two minds.
So I feel like a man just has one mind. I don't know what's the mind of the dick or the mind of the head. I don't know what it means. There's
Baba, you
one
go
mind.
get the kind shower where you go shower you.
My brother.
How did I get here?
Okay, so understand. So are you going to say that you have an emotional mind? You have a psychological mind? You have a sexual mind? Because
Femi, wait, Femi, wait. Are you telling me that you have never woken up next to a woman the next morning and you're like, what the fuck?
How did I get here?
no.
In your past.
No. Okay, so that's the problem. The thing is, before we get to that point, I must like you.
So every baby in your life that you have had sex with,
Yes, I've liked.
In your past, before
I've
you were
liked.
you've never had a one night stand
wait.
before.
No.
You've never had a one night stand
No,
before.
absolutely not. I'm serious.
Femi,
I must like. See, listen, it might be. See, I don't know.
See, that like is based on, okay, you are attracted to the body or you're attracted to something. See, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about sapiosexual now where you guys are having a conversation and all of that, right? I'm talking about Baba, you just see Nyash. Or you see, bro, you just see slim, tall stuff. Say, she can get it. You just say, hey, Femi.
And what happens? And what happens?
You woke up the next
I
morning
want to
already
listen to one
disappointed.
thing.
Okay, so she touches your face and you realize that she's no longer ugly. I'm confused.
You
Okay,
like her now.
You like her now.
She's
Okay,
fine.
You are attracted to her.
So you're attracted to her. Why would you wake up in the morning to say, what did I do?
Because when you get to
Baba,
the brush, the corded brush
Wait,
you use before it's
Baba,
not there.
Baba, you don't see Nigerian girls. Nigerian girls.
So I
you
just
don't
need
see
to
Ni-
understand. Sorry.
You don't see Nigerian girls makeup before.
Yeah, I don't like
wedding.
makeup, so I don't go with girls that.
Baba,
that
it get the kind
kind guy?
makeup.
But let's
I
not
don't
go-
like makeup.
Wait.
It get the kind- it get-
Femi,
You get the kind
So you never
makeup.
attract girl with makeup
I don't.
before?
I hate makeup.
Okay, let's
So
bring the
I don't
topic
know
back.
what it is.
Let's take the topic back, right? So what we're saying now is this: like, as you did now, right? Because you say that you only have one mind.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, remember we had an episode one time, right? And we can call it back
Yeah. go
on the
ahead.
stupid things men have done for Max.
sex. Yes.
You remember? So was that your big brain that thought about that stupid thing
Thank
you
you for
did
bringing
during that
this up.
period?
Yeah,
of time?
absolutely.
Your big brain. You
I don't
that
like-
you,
wait, hold on. Sorry.
You said that you lied to a girl that you were going to die.
Hold on. Sorry.
This guy killed himself.
He killed
So
his
hold on,
goddamn
hold on.
self.
Do you know? So
So it was a big brain.
hold on.
that thought
Sorry, my guy. You know, say what they talk about that whole thing. I tell you, say I did rain, they fall. I did think. This guy wasn't thinking.
If nobody, this
Baba,
guy, why you go kill
Baba, this
yourself?
guy, they
So,
think. You know they think.
listen,
That's what you
This
don't
guy told the
understand.
girl that he was going to die in
That
2
he's
months.
going to die.
So brain.
Cried.
Sorry.
He cried with the girl.
But-
So the girl give him.
They
Bonds.
cried together.
Imagine this guy.
Bonds, please. There's no
Bonds.
rational man.
So they tell me say brain they your penis.
Baba, let's see. We are not talking about biology.
Technically, we don't mean your.
See, we're not talking biology,
your
but what we are
prick,
trying to
but-
explain is this, right? Sometime, right, the urge in which you're looking at, you like this babe, and that's why it's very important because you said that word.
What
like,
are you guys
wait,
saying?
Femi,
Everything that happens in your body starts from the brain.
Listen to me. Listen
Guy,
to me.
guy, no, say listen.
Come, Femi, let
I'm
me
gonna
talk
be
now.
biological.
Femi, let's talk. Okay.
Everything that happens
Calm
from
down,
your
Femi,
body
calm
starts
down.
with
So
the brain.
you want to be,
Femi,
you want to be biological,
wow,
Abi.
wow.
But do you agree that when you're intoxicated, right, your mind tends to do things that you've probably thought of, like, let's try this thing.
Let me ask you
your
a question.
mind, Abi.
Yeah.
Where's your mind? Is it here?
Femi's being pedantic.
When they chase
as I
girls
say.
those times before you
Wait
marry.
now, no, it's not being logical.
Things
When
you
they
wouldn't
chase
do on a
girls,
normal
don't mind
day.
him.
Things
He's
you wouldn't
trying
do on a
to-
normal
Now your
day
brain,
because
they
your
use
conscious
think,
is
Abi.
not-
Baba,
No.
see, this is the thing. We have one brain, right? The brain makes us think about all sorts of things,
Yes.
right? But the motivation behind the brain is what we are talking about, right? So there are some things that are pushed by logic, and there are some things that are pushed by emotion. so that we're all here, right? Yeah. Sometimes you see there's a babe that is bad news. We've all had babes that are bad news that we have told ourselves, say,
I won't go back.
God forbid, this girl, never. Then you don't go up there, you don't see the girl, she shake her hands. See my brother.
See that? Exactly. So, sir, I repeat, are you a closeted polygamist?
Come in! See, on that note, we have to wrap.
But I promise you.
We have to wrap this.
You're just an idiot for what you're saying. I promise you.
And with that, Femi now the Femi CP. You don't say if you go to Jerusalem, now JP.
This one has
CP.
Closeted polygamist.
All right, guys. So we have to call it an end. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on YouTube. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you the finger. Anyway, follow us. Don't forget, guys.
I want to say something before we go. This is my outro, right? Brother Innocent, they're bashing you out right now in the social media, right? But like we have just proven now, right? Every one of us has two brains, whether it be man, whether it be woman, right? We all have two motivations, logical and emotional. So, guy.
And to end, I say, if neighbor, never give another man yawa. So if I say neighbor, that I got my problems by my side.
If you don't say one marry more than one, try get money. Bye bye, guys.
No, try out.
Subscribe.
Because 200 women is worse than one.
Marry one wife.
Cut it.
Marry one wife.
First you get the money,
you will die.
I love you, baby.
Then you get the women. He no talk woman, no. Now women in talk.
Then I women. He talk am.